All right, so just one more question on the trapezoidal rule, and it's our typical kind of next question in an area and volume question. And that is, we know the answer we're aiming for. We're given the area of this shape, but one of our dimensions is missing. Okay, so it's marked on in this shape that each strip is 3 units wide. It's marked on this height here is 4, 10. This one's x, so I don't know this one. I'm solving for this 9, 8, and 3. All right, so it is going to be a little bit trickier than just getting the area, but it's still manageable and it's still very easy to get plenty of attempt marks here. Okay, so first thing I would do if I got this question will be write down the formula. And again, I think it's a good idea to write the formula that's there in the log tables. So area is equal to h over 2 y1 plus yn plus 2 times y2 plus y3 plus y4. You'll get away with just y2 plus y3 plus dot 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 y to the n minus 1, so just the second last one. All right. I would then write my more user-friendly formula. If you're happy enough going from that one, by all means use it, but I always find it helpful to do this. So that's equal to, I usually use W instead of H because it's the width of a strip. I think W makes more sense. On Y1 is just the first, you can write the word first. I'm just writing F here to save space, plus last, so last height, plus 2 times sum of the rest. So all the other heights added together. Okay, so this is equal to, the width of a strip is 3 in this question. So it's 3 over 2. This one starts in a point and ends in a point. So there's no right angle at the start or end. There's no height at the start or end. So it's going to be 0 and 0. Plus 2 times the sum of the rest. Okay, so 4 plus 10 plus x are unknown, plus 9 plus 8 plus 3. Okay, so let's just do what we can. 3 over 2 is, you can leave it as 3 over 2, you can write it as 1.5. 0 plus 0 is just 0, okay, so it's going to just be 2 multiplied by, let's just add the numbers together here, so 4 plus 10 is 40, no, what am I saying, 4 plus 10 is 14, plus 9 is 23, plus 8 is 31, plus 3 is 34. Okay, what am I doing? So 34, but I've still got the plus x. Okay, so I can't add that on yet. Okay, so sorry, 2 times 34 plus x. All right, so I've got 1.5. 2, let's just multiply this bracket out then. 2 times 34 is 68. 2 times x is 2x. And this is where I'll introduce the answer. I could have been writing this since the very start if I wanted. I know the answer to this is 117 centimeters squared. So this is equal to 117. Okay, you can do 2 things here. You've got 68 plus 2x multiplied by 1.5. So you could bring 1.5 over and divide it into 117. And then you'd just be left with 68 plus 2x on the left hand side, and 68 over and then divide by 2 and you'd have your answer. You can also multiply the 1.5 in here. And that's what I'll do. I'll multiply this bracket out on the left hand side. So 68 times 1.5 is 102. 1.5 times 2x, so just 1.5 times 2 is 3, so that's 3x is equal to 117. So 102 plus 3x equals 117. Bring the plus 102 over, it becomes minus 102. So 3x is equal to, bringing it over, it becomes minus, so 117 minus 102 is just equal to 15. I'm just going to not write it out in full just to save the space. So 3x then is equal to 15. So divide both sides by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So 5 centimeters is your answer. Does it make sense? It's this height here. So yes, absolutely 5 centimeters seems like a reasonable answer for that one. Okay. The algebra there is quite tricky. If they were in 0, there'd be another little complication to it as well. So there's lots of places there where you could trip up. But I would say attempt marks are very easy obtainable. Okay. So write out the formula from the log tables. Write out this kind of easier version of the more user-friendly version of the formula. Sub everything into it. I would say put this, I would probably put the equal to 117 up here, just because there might be marks going for that, so I probably should have introduced that earlier. Okay, as I say, actually solving for the x then could be a little bit tricky, might trip people up, but the attempt marks for setting it up and subbing people in, you absolutely should be aiming to get.